So there's 4 chemicals I want you to know about in the brain that drive your life. The first one is cortisol. And I call cortisol, that's your stress hormone. Right? Now, the important thing to remember about cortisol is the myth out there is that stress is either good or bad. And most of us think of stress as a bad thing. Well, you got to be careful there. Why? Because your brain would not have a bad thing in it, right, on purpose. In other words, your stress system is a beautiful thing. We're going to learn about it in a minute. It's good for you. You want some cortisol. The problem is too much stress. So think of cortisol as on a continuum. A little bit of it motivates you. Too much of it puts you in a state of mind where you don't make good decisions. But you also have to think about it, and in the addiction arena, think about it this way. When that cortisol level, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Problem here, look at it, solve it, gets so high, we'll do just about anything to get rid of that cortisol. And this whole kind of umbrella called self-medication is a way to lower your cortisol. Because as you know, the reality is, for some people, walking into a casino will take their cortisol level down. It'll up some other chemicals, right? But it's going to take the cortisol level down from this height of, you got to do something, to, this is going to be fun. When cortisol gets really high, it gets a partner, and that partner is adrenaline. And if cortisol's, adrenaline's, yikes, we got to do something. Okay? So this combination, guys, cortisol, lots of it, and adrenaline, the most powerful natural chemical cocktail in the human brain. And I want to suggest to you, it drives much of dysfunctional behavior. Much of dysfunctional behavior. Why? Because we are driven to do something to reduce that chemical level. Reduce that chemical level. And when you do that in a healthy way, we call you successful. When you do that in an unhealthy way, you're going to have problems, significant problems. Now, on the other hand, is our hopeful side, serotonin. Serotonin is your chemical of serenity. When you feel right, when you feel part of things, when you feel cared for, when you feel physically and emotionally safe, you've got serotonin. And then we have this other chemical that plays a huge role in addictions, and it's called dopamine. Dopamine's, yahoo! That felt good. Give me some of that. Dopamine is our pleasure chemical. Our pleasure chemical. So the pursuit of dopamine is at the heart of all addictions, chemical or behavioral. If it was all about just the knowledge, about just having the information, that problem wouldn't continue to occur. I want to suggest to you that problem gambling behavior, that the use of alcohol, tobacco, heroin, etc., is the misguided effort to lower my cortisol. What are you trying to do? It's like a teeter-totter. I'm trying to do something to get that, right, serotonin and dopamine level up. That's literally what makes you feel better. These chemicals are perfectly designed to create those feelings and to create them in an overwhelming level when necessary. And understand that they control behavior.